Well, good morning, loved ones. This is Pastor Matt here. Thanks for checking into my YouTube channel. Today, we are talking about the Psalter. That's right, that would be individually bound editions of the Psalms from our Old Testaments for the use of personal devotion, prayer, and, as you're going to see, some congregational singing. So let's start with one of these here. This is the hand-sized edition of the Psalms published by Crossway. And this is a wonderfully bound edition of just the Psalms, as you can see in the English Standard Version. Wrapped gorgeously in top grain leather. Edge-lined edition, very flexible leather liner here. You can see the stamp of my individual library. But the beauty of this particular edition is seen when you open it up to the Psalms, obviously. And what I want to show you is just how wonderfully laid out the Psalms are here. So spaciously typeset and a very large font. Here you can see Psalm 67. Notice the nice, beautiful crimson red headlines for the Psalms. And what you're going to see in this particular edition is that by binding only the Psalms, you have the opportunity to have them spaced so wonderfully large, and the paper so nice and thick, because normally a Bible, it has 1,500, 2,000 pages, so the paper is like super duper thin. But with these Psalms here, you get this just nice, beautiful, rich, creamy paper. And yes, if you're wondering, this is a sewn edition, so it opens very nicely into hands, and it's just perfect for sitting out on the porch, drinking some lemonade, praying through the Psalms, maybe on a swing in the backyard. I just love this edition by Crossway of the English Standard Version. This is primarily for reading and for devotional use. Now, let's move on to one that has more of a corporate function. What we're going to see here, this is called the Trinity Psalter, and it is published as a joint effort between the PCA, the Presbyterian Church in America, and the RPCNA, the Reformed Presbyterian Church in America. And the latter is an exclusively psalm-singing denomination. That's right. No hymns, no praise courses. They sing the Psalms, which is a very long-standing Presbyterian tradition, going back to the regulative principle of worship in Geneva during the time of the Reformation. So what you have here is, we open this up, first of all, again, beautiful leather-bound, gorgeous end paper here, as you can see in the rose color. But the glory of this is really in the way that they have treated the Psalms. Now, what you're going to see is that these Psalms are translated into English, set in meter with rhyme. That's right, they all rhyme, and they're perfect for singing together congregationally. Listen to this. This is Psalm 8. Lord, our Lord, and all the earth, how excellent your name, you above the heavens set, the splendor of your fame. From the mouths of infants young, you the power of praise compose, in the face of enemies to stop avenging foes. And so on it goes forth. I can't even imagine how much poetic talent it must take to both translate the psalm from the Hebrew and to set it in meter with end rhyme. Now, what you're going to see is that each one of these psalms has a recommended tune, and these tunes are familiar to you. If you're a hymn-singing congregation, you probably know most of the tunes, and you just match the tune of the hymn that you know to the psalm, which is metrically set in rhyme, and boom, you are off and singing the Psalms together as a congregation. What a wonderful way to do that. Okay, finally, let's move on to one more option, and this is similar to the last. This is the Book of Psalms for Worship, published by Crown and Covenant, which is the publishing ministry of the aforementioned RPCNA psalm singing denomination. And in this one right here, what you're going to have is similar to the last. You have all the Psalms set also in meter, also in rhyme, and this time with the musical scores. So here is Psalm 1. That man is blessed who does not walk as wicked men advise, nor stand where sinners meet, nor where scorners pose as wise. Instead, he is the one who makes the Lord's law his delight, and in that law he meditates by day and in the night. Isn't that perfect? I just love that. And then again, you have a recommended tune down here in the bottom. And what you do is you sing these as a congregation. Instead of hymns or praise courses, you sing these. And this book is particularly geared towards congregations that do not have a background in psalm singing, and they've intentionally matched these pairings of the psalms with tunes very familiar to congregations that do sing from regular hymnals. Okay? Now don't forget that the singing of the psalms is not strange or weird. It's something that Christians have been doing for 2,000 years. The psalms have always had a special place in the worship of Christian believers. The Bible even says to sing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. And most of us, unfortunately, our worship has advanced to the point where we only do one of those three. Many of us only sing praise choruses, and some of those praise choruses, the lyrics are very, very far from the words of Scripture. And when you sing the Psalms, you are singing Scripture back to God. You are praying the prayers that God's people Israel and Christian believers have been praying together literally for millennia and centuries upon that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as I do always, is to put a link to these products in the description of this video. Just toggle down there on the description. You're going to see a link. You can hop right over to Amazon or wherever else you need to go in order to get these products. Okay, thanks for checking in. I love you. I love doing this. Would you subscribe to my channel? That'd be really cool for me, and I hope it'd be a blessing to you. Okay, love you lots. See you soon.